It's the mystery box challenge. I got sent some pretty crazy stuff. We'll see what I do with it. So let's get started. I've got my package here. I'm ready to open it. This time it was sent to me by Wendy from White Sparrow Living. She is just one of my most favorite people in the whole world. She is so sweet, but who knows? She could be a little salty when sending this to me. So you never know. Let's open this box. Now I'll be sending mine to the creator of this challenge, Courtney, Creative on the Cheap. That's who I sent my box to. And there'll be a whole playlist. Oh my word. She's the cutest. All right, so here are our challenge items. Look how cute she wrapped these. Okay, she sent a card. Hi Natalie, here are your perky prizes and challenge items. She is the most perky person I've ever met. There's a little something from everywhere, including my personal stash. As always, I know you will make some beautiful creations. On a side note, thank you for always being such a sweet friend and kind supporter in my personal YouTube journey. You are truly a light and I appreciate your amazing soul and friendship. My sister in Christ, XOXO Wendy. She's just the sweetest. I just love her. Let's see what sweet Wendy sent me. Oh, cute! So this is a thrift store find. I love it. It's from the Goodwill. So let's see what we can do with that. Okay, some burlap banner. So cute. Oh my word, these are so cute. She was nice to me. Look at these placemats. How cute are these? Makes up for the fish and the dog bone. Oh my goodness, some really cute trim. Oh my word, how cute is this box? She was nice, super nice to me. A cross that says, I am with you. How cute is this? Is this from the Dollar Tree? Can you let me know if this is from the Dollar Tree in the comment section below? I've never seen this at mine. Some cherry slices. I think these were meant to be a little treat for me. Thank you, Wendy. Okay, a stencil. Really cute. I'm gonna definitely have to check that out a little bit. I think that's it for the box. That's a lot of stuff. I'm really excited about what I've got so far, which makes me nervous for the challenge items. Okay, so we've got 3 challenge items this time, and the reason is we have the 2 regular mystery box items, and then we were given a 3rd challenge to use some kind of non-perishable food item. That could get really interesting. I actually want to open that up first. I'm just gonna tear it open. Okay, what did you send? Could have been a lot worse. What would you do with black beans? Mystery item 1, mystery item 2. I have been sent some pretty crazy mystery items. We can use what we want from like all of the stuff in the box, that we try to use it as much as possible, but the mystery items we have to use, whether we like them or not. And I've been sent some pretty crazy stuff. Okay, it is a votive candle set. This is cute. So we have to do something with that to change it. I've already got some ideas stirring. She was nice to me, which scares me for this. Maybe she got crazy on this one. What do you think it is? Oh my word. I think I know what this is, and I don't know what I will do with it. I'm gonna call that this is like those bubble wands. Am I right? I'm right, oh my goodness. This is a real challenge. Oh my goodness. What am I gonna do with this? Well, we're gonna think on this. It's gonna be a few days my time, but a few seconds yours. Bubble sticks. So right off the bat, I want to get one of the challenge items taken care of. And so I got this. It's actually not bad. It's kind of cutish. I think we can do something a little bit better. And it's just these little votive candles. I think they say dream, hope, inspire. Cute. They kind of look a little cheap, to be honest with you. So here's what we're gonna do. My plan is to turn this into a set to put cotton balls, cotton swabs, and Q-tips in my bathroom. So we're gonna scrape off all of the stickers and the painting and make this just a solid glass, and then clean it up really good. For the bases, now I actually had a couple of ideas, but I really wanted to use everything in this challenge item, but I thought it would have been really cute to kind of stack these up and make kind of one candlestick, see? And then like we could have put like a bigger base and everything, and that would have looked really cute, right? But I really wanted to use them for my bathroom vanity, so we're gonna just kind of leave them in their original form-ish and just make them look a little bit more stylish. So I had these little pearl beads that I got from the Dollar Tree, and we're gonna just kind of add a little edge banding around the outside of these, and we're gonna spray paint these black. Then I decide to spice things up a little and add a cheetah print pattern to the glass. This is also in part because the glass wasn't in the most fantastic of condition, but also added a little bit of interest as well. I cut a vinyl stencil on my Cricut machine, and then I add glass etching cream all over and then let it sit for 15 minutes. Then I wipe off the excess and put as much of that back into the jar as possible because you can reuse that. And I wipe off any remaining residue with a wipe, and then after that I take it to the sink and wash it down with a little soap and water. And that's it. I mean, how easy was that? Really, it's super easy to do and totally transformed the look of these. And I now have something to store all of my little Q-tips and cotton swabs and all of that. So thank you, Wendy. So since I got this a few days ago, all I can think about is bubbles, tiny bubbles. It's like going over and over in my head. Next up, we've got another super easy DIY that we're gonna do with this box. It's actually really cute as is, and there's lots of different things you can do with a box like this. What I've decided to do is to kind of make it part of that bathroom set to hold our things, and we can add other little trinkets in there as well. So all we're gonna do is paint the exterior of it in a black chalk paint, making sure to tape off the rope, and we're gonna just paint the entire exterior in this black chalk paint. Now, I'm a little spicy, I'm a little over the top. You can see I like a little bit of cheetah print. So I thought it would be really fun to kind of just cut out some of this scrapbook paper and kind of Mod Podge it right into the base of this tray to add a little pizzazz to it. And then I just take it outside and spray it all down in a clear coat to finish it off and let it dry, and that's it. This could go anywhere in your house, and it just adds a little bit of personality. I'm gonna style it with the bathroom accessories that we just created, and I really love this vignette. It's super cute. It kind of matches my granite a little bit. But I love this DIY, and thank you, Wendy, for sending the box because I think it's really adorable. So when I saw these placemats, I thought, wow, those are really cute just as is. I could see me just using these on my dining table and styling them really cute, but I wanted to do something a little different. What we're gonna do is we are gonna make a pillow out of these, and it's gonna be simple. I'm a firm believer in sewing, and this is so easy. It's just gonna be some straight stitches. You can totally do it. I wish I would see more DIYers actually breaking out a sewing machine because it's really not that complicated, I promise. You could actually just stitch all the way around and leave all the fringe all the way around, and that would be cute. Now this was too zoomed in while I filmed it, but here's essentially what I did prior to the shot. We put the placemat right sides together, and then we are going to cut off the fringe on the top and the bottom, which will be on the long sides. And then I just take my fabric clips and clip those sides together, and then we are going to take it to my sewing machine and stitch down those sides. Then we pull the fabric through so you can see the right sides out, and then iron out those seams. And then we're going to stitch on one of the short sides. In this case, I am going to stuff it with batting, which I typically don't like to do because I prefer down pillows. But in this case, I didn't have the right size pillow, so we're gonna work with it. And then once that's stuffed, we're going to stitch down the other side, and that's how easy it was. I promise, if you've never sewn before, this is the perfect beginner project. Let's rally and get more people sewing. There's nothing to be scared of, I promise. Bubbles. Not the worst thing I've ever been sent, but what would you make with them? Now we're gonna DIY the cross and the laundry sign together. How are we gonna combine these two? That seems kind of like an odd combination, but here's what my plan is. First of all, I think it's super sweet that she sent this to me. We're gonna just use this as a foundation. We're gonna start with a little deconstruction by removing the clothespins and the twine from the ironing board. Removing the stand and the heart from the cross. We're gonna fill in the holes on the back of the cross with some putty, and once that's dry, sand it to smooth. Next, we're gonna take a straight edge and cut off the tip of the ironing board so we have a rectangle. You score this a few times and then you can snap it very easily and just take the blade and cut through the paper on the other side. Then I created a printable with "The Lord is my shepherd" scripture and Mod Podged that to the back of the ironing board. While that is drying, we take some seafoam green colored craft paint and paint our cross in a couple of coats of paint. Then I took some square dowels and put some antiquing glaze on those. That dries pretty quickly. And then after it's dry, we take some miter shears that I always have on hand. They're so handy to have, and cut a frame for our scripture and hot glue that into place. Then I decide to distress the edges of the cross a little bit and hot glue that into place, kind of creating a three-dimensional look. I really like the way this turned out, and I hope you do too. So coming up, I still have to do something with the bubble things. It was a challenge, but I came up with a really good idea that I think you'll like. For this next DIY, I'm going to be using 3 items from the mystery box. I'm going to use the stencil and this banner thing and this trim. I also had this. Now, if you've been watching my channel, you know that I picked this up at the Home Depot. It's like what they use for like packing their pallets. And I was able to get a few of these for free. I start by taking one of our banner pieces and the stencil, and I fill it in using black chalkboard paint. I like to connect all of the spaces that are created with a stencil like this, just to finish it off. I originally wanted to paint the sign part green, but I changed my mind after the fact and ended up painting it black. I also used that same antiquing glaze for the base and let that dry. Then I do a quick distress on the whole thing. Then I take some of the clothespins from the laundry sign and hot glue them to the top of our sign, and this is what's going to hold our little banner piece. I have some leftover olive branches from the last mystery box challenge, and I cut a few of those branches off and hot glue that to the top to embellish it. And then I make a little bow out of the trim that she sent me and attach that to the center. And here it is sitting next to last month's Mystery Box Challenge project. And I'm really happy how this looks together, but what do you think? So if you're taking inventory, you know that I still have to use this, but I haven't used the bubbles. I haven't used the beans. How am I gonna tie this all into one DIY, you might ask? I came up with a really fun DIY that I think you're gonna like, or I hope you do. First thing we're gonna do is remove the embellishments from the thrifted picture frame and repair any cracks and damage to the frame with putty. Then I have one of these Dollar Tree wood circles that has a hole in it as well. And I think it was meant to be kind of an ornament, and I filled that in with putty as well. Once those are dry, I go ahead and sand everything to smooth. Then we take one of our bubble tubes and empty and rinse it out and take a hacksaw and saw it off to about 4 to 5 inches. Then we're going to take our wood round and place the bubble wand in the center and trace where we're going to put a hole. Then I took a wood boring bit and attached that to my drill and bore out a small hole for our bubble wand to stick into. Any guesses on what I'm about to make? Next, I take my drill and pre-drill a hole in the bottom portion of our frame and take a long wood screw and screw that into the wood circle to create a pedestal base because we are about to build a wall sconce. Then I take some Gorilla Clear Gel glue and some hot glue and glue into that bored out hole and let that dry. While that's drying, I take some of our pearl beads from the Dollar Tree and embellish the base. Then I also take a Dollar Tree cylinder vase and repeat the same pattern near the top of it as well. And then I completely cover the vase in painter's tape except for that little top strip. And then I take everything outside and spray it in a matte black spray paint. And I don't know how I missed this next part, but I did take some of that same Gorilla Glue and hot glue and glue down our glass vase and let that fully dry. Then I put some beans in the base and a candle, and that's it. Now I'm really happy with how this turned out, but after seeing it totally complete, I probably would have gone back in with a little gold rub and buff and nail head trim and add a little accent color. But overall I am happy, but I'm just curious, how do you think I did with the bubble wand? Now, don't forget to go check out Courtney's episode. I put the link in the description box below. And if you enjoyed this episode, here's another one that I think you'll like as well. And if you haven't done so already, consider hitting that subscribe button right here. It's super easy to do, and I would love it if you joined the DIY Niner family. And to all of my DIY Niners, I just want to remind you that you are more powerful than you know. We'll see you next time. Bye.